And Shantuzzi's did the Countdown Spectacular?
We did.
Now, was that a great laugh doing the whole
of
Australia?
A lot of fun. Yeah, had a really good time.
Yeah. I actually remember I went
and it was lovely to all be together again.
Yeah.
And
but there were it the 4 of you there? Yeah, there were. Yeah, that's
and it was just really, it was a really good vibe. Everyone got on really well. There were no big egos. And I heard on the second one where there were a couple of international acts that some of the egos and stuff came to
The first one was predominantly like Australia.
Everyone was, well, except for Leo Sayre, and he's sort of an honorary Australian. He's sweet, as we spent half that time in
Yeah, because I was at the...
Sweet, you know, having a couple of cocktails.
I was at the Countdown Spectacular.
Oh, right,
yeah. Stage and everything, yeah.
And we've got some stuff coming up next year. We're doing Clipsal, which will be fun.
Yes, you are. You do. Yes, doesn't bring that Clipsal 500, Is it the motor racing?
Yeah.
You're doing that with Pseudo Echo...
and Brian Mannix and Mondo Rock.
Yeah. Is Leo Sayre doing it as well?
He may be, I'm not sure.
And you're doing a gig this Friday at Track?
This Friday at Track. We go on at 9:30.
So how has the whole Shantuzzi's performing
and that's
again
just the 3 of us. That'll be Eve, Trot and Anne. Eve, Trot and myself. Leaving myself over there.
Oh, so basically now Tot's back in and the other one's out.
Well, Ange is still around, but Ange has just had a baby. She lives in the country.
I really like
She's got 3 children.
Yeah.
She's sort of pretty much in retirement. She'll come out for something that's going to look like it'll be really good fun, and it's a one-off.
Okay.
Have a bit of fun. But she wouldn't be, whereas the 3 of us are guns for hire, and we will happily go and play on your island resort. For, you know, great expense.
I think I should get you to play at one of my birthday parties.
and you know, and we'll, we you know, if the money's there, we get together the band, we rehearse, and we're all available.
And are you loving performing again, the 3 of you?
Yeah, it's great.
And are the guys with you as well, or is it just a
no? It's just
backing track.
But we've over the years, I've been doing over the last few years, probably 3 years. I've been doing. Touring with occasionally with Brian Mannix, Scott Kahn.
Yeah, the Awesome 80s.
Yeah,
and that's how I got in contact with you because I'm most like
and sometimes
you did it also.
Ryder, sometimes Sean Kelly. We go to Perth a lot, do a lot of gigs over there. Queensland, Sydney.
Cool. Yeah, they go all around Australia. Because you did Awesome 80s about 5 weeks ago or so, a month ago.
Yeah. That was with Dale.
Yeah, with Dale. Yeah. Cool.
So I've been doing that for the last 3 or 4 years with them, on and off, you know, but they'll ring up and go, okay, book me throughout the year, and if it fits in between an acting engagement and stuff like that. So there's always been bits and pieces.
So the 3 of you are really, it's like when you're performing now, you're all really comfortable. You're not nervous it's just like where you left off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just having fun and stuff.
So the next little while is going to be a bit tricky because I'm doing Xanadu, the musical.
Oh, I was thinking of going to that. So you're in it. We'll definitely go now.
Yeah. So I start, we open on March 4th or something like that.
Yeah, I saw it advertised on Facebook. I was like, this looks interesting.
So, I mean, I will... Do you want me to keep going? But I will be able to do gigs, but it'll just have to be in between. You know, it'll just have to fit in with if it's a later gig and we're on at like 10:30 or something. Then I'd probably be able to do it, or if it was certain nights of the week or whatever.
Cool. And is there any chance that Shantuzzi's may make a 3rd album and record new material? No. I
think it is possible though that we could do. I think the Shantuzzi's could. We talk about it, and so now that I'm back down in Melbourne, because I've just recently moved back here, only a few months ago, I must have a word to the girls. I think it's possible we could do a bit of a dance single,
Great.
But you know, get someone to produce it now. Whether we do, I would quite like to find a new kind of cover song, but maybe somehow dip into, you know, quote something of ours. Like put "Wanna Be Up" or something like that, sort of into the middle of it. You know what I mean? You have reference.
Like an incorporation.
Whether we reference that and which I don't know, something. You know what I mean? And then put a groovier version of Witch Queen or something on the B side, and just, you know, come out with
and kind of make it as a club hit.
Like a club, like a dance mix. And something we could sort of sell at our shows, and you know.
It's probably a good idea because the 80s are just totally in now.
So we must have a little bit of a word about that, because we talked about doing that a few years ago and we never kind of got it together, and it was hard because I was up there and Ange was, you know, sort of up there but in the country, and Toddy was doing something. Everyone was kind of everywhere. But now that Ange is like, look, don't worry about me except for big shows. And the three of us are sort of fairly tight and happy to keep doing stuff together.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your time.
No worries. Thank you.